Hi, welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news that happened during the week July 29 to August 4, 2011. The big news this week was Warner Brothers Pictures and Legendary Pictures releasing the first look at the new Man of Steel, revealing star Henry Cavill as Superman. Personally, I'm loving the cape, the way it attaches at the neck, and I love the retro feel of the S symbol. We'll let you know when further pictures are released. Another revelation came from Entertainment Weekly, who revealed that Lawrence Fishburne has been cast in the role of Perry White for the upcoming Superman movie. IO9.com posted a video interview with Henry Cavill from last month's Comic-Con International in San Diego, in which they asked him all about his character in his upcoming film Immortals, but also asked him about what comic books he's read to prepare for his role as Superman. He said, "I read as much as I possibly could, so yeah, I just got the DC Comics app, downloaded as much as I could, got as many of the comic books sent to me in the mail as I could, and just immersed myself in the character as much as possible." You can watch the video at io9.com. The September 2011 edition of Total Film magazine features Henry Cavill on the cover, and an interview in which Cavill says putting on the Superman costume was extremely cool, there's no other feeling like it. TribLocal.com has posted an article online which told the story of Ahmed Helmi, a 16-year-old student working at the local IHOP in Aurora, Illinois, who not only got to be an extra in a scene filmed on location, but also got to be in a scene featuring Amy Adams. However, the article was removed on the WB's request. While MyWebTimes.com reported that volunteers from the Ottawa River Rescue Squad were on hand to give support to filmmakers for the crash scene being shot at Fox River. The Chicago Tribune published an article examining the job of a location scout for big-budget films like Man of Steel, and in the process talks about the action sequence taking place in Plano, Illinois, which is doubling as the film's Smallville. The article mentions that the film could possibly feature a big tornado sequence. Thanks to Superman fan Michael Staley, we posted a new batch of photos taken in Plano, Illinois, showing the advancement in the sets being built for Man of Steel. You'll notice in the picture of the Amtrak station, even though this is Illinois, there's a Kansas state flag flying. Buildings for the film include a Ezra's Mail Depot, the Smallville Hotel, Sears and Otto's Barber Styling, while other photos of location sets for Man of Steel were posted on Facebook, showing the Kent Farm, a newly built 7-Eleven gas station, and Smallville school buses on location at an actual school in Aurora, Illinois. In TV news, DragonCon will take place from September 2nd to 5th in Atlanta, Georgia, and a list of former Smallville alumni will be in attendance, including James Masters, Laura Vandervoort and Michael Rosenbaum. Also in attendance will be comic creators such as George Perez, Stan Lee, Darwin Cook and Peter David. For further details, visit dragoncon.org. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing episodes from the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series. Check out his review of the Season 6 episode The Superman Silver Mine, in which an imposter kidnaps a philanthropist along with Lois and Jimmy while trying to locate a silver mine. DC Comics released a number of promotional advertisements showing off the title graphics for a number of upcoming relaunched comic books, including Action Comics and Superman. On the covers shown, DC Comics has also included QR codes which allow those with QT scanner apps on their smartphones to access preview artwork. DC Comics has revealed the final artwork for all three covers for Justice League #1, which will go on sale on August 31st. The standard Jim Lee cover has been updated to remove the leggings from Wonder Woman's costume, while the variant cover by David Finch features 6 of the team's members, only Cyborg is missing. The third cover is for the Combo Pack edition of the book, which comes polybagged with a redemption code for a digital download of the issue upon purchase. Comic books we reviewed this week included Action Comics 903, which was reviewed by Michael Bailey, who gave it a 4 out of 5 rating, saying, "This was a fun issue, really fun." Michael also reviewed DC Retroactive Superman the 70s #1, saying, "I can't really think of anything negative to say about this story," and he gave it a 4 out of 5. DC Retroactive Justice League of America the 70s #1 was reviewed by James Lance, who gave it a 3 out of 5, saying, "A fun book in spite of its problems." While Adam DeChannel reviewed Young Justice #6, calling it a brilliant issue, which he rated a 4 out of 5. We're hoping to post reviews of both Lois Lane and the Resistance #2 and Project Superman #2, but a reviewer for those titles is just a bit delayed. Superman comic shipping this week from August 3rd include DC Universe Online Legends #13, Flashpoint #4, which is available in not 1 but 2 variant covers, Superboy #10, Superman 714, which is available in a variant cover. DC Comics presents Shazam #2 and Superman Grounded Volume 1 hardcover. In other news, Brainiac is back on a mission to take control of Superman's most sacred hideout, the Fortress of Solitude, in DC Universe Online's latest game update. Join forces with Superman and Lex Luthor as they reluctantly team up to ward off Brainiac's attempts to use Kryptonian technology inside the fortress to destroy Earth. The game update is available now for download. Mark Nobleman, author of the book Boys of Steel, the creators of Superman, has found and interviewed 99 lost stars of superhero cartoon entertainment of the 70s and 80s, from the pimp in Superman the movie to the original singer of the Scooby-Doo theme to the voice actors of the Wonder Twins. Visit Mark Nobleman's Noble Mania blog to read the interviews with the Super Friends writers and production staff now. The Superman homepage Super Trivia Quiz has been updated for another month. The 3 questions we're asking you this time around are: which American singer is said to have inspired Grant Morrison's take on Superman in the upcoming relaunch of Action Comics? Which actor provided the voice of Lobo in the Superman the Animated Series? And how many miles southwest of Metropolis Airport was Air Force One when it was struck by lightning in Superman the movie? If you think you know the answer to all 3 questions, come by the site now and submit your entry. Finally, this week we posted 7 videos for the final day of the 2011 Superman celebration, which took place in June. The videos include interviews with Carrie Hambrick at the Americana Museum, Heather and Danny Kelly, recipients of the Noel Award and George Award for 2011, and the closing skit. That's all the Superman news there was for the week July 29 to August 4th. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, welcome to Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. Today I found out some rather interesting casting news on the new Superman movie, and I'm sure you're all aware of it by now, that Lawrence Fishburne has been cast in the role of Perry White. This has been received with a veritable vitriol of verbosity on the forums online, on different message boards, even in the media. It's similar to the relaunch of Ultimate Spider-Man, where Peter Parker has recently been killed, and a mixed race, African-American Hispanic boy will take over the reins. Now, I less understand the problem with the Peter Parker thing, other than people being upset that one of the most beloved comic book characters of all time has been killed off. However, since it's an Ultimate line, and it is not actually in the Marvel Universe proper, the idea that Peter is dead in an alternate universe is kind of like Kal, capital L, is Superman in a different universe, and Kal-El is Superman in our universe. It's a different character, it's a different universe, and it's okay. And I actually thought it was kind of cool when I read that Peter Parker would be, the mantle of Spider-Man would be taken over by a mixed-race young kid, and it would start over again, and he was inspired by Peter and Spider-Man, and he wanted to do what he could do. Now, I don't buy Spider-Man comics, so I won't know exactly how it happens, or why it happens, or how he gets the powers, or anything along those lines. But this is about Superman. My initial reaction upon reading the news that Lawrence Fishburne was cast was, what? Now, I know that people will cry racism, and I've already read it on many of the message boards. Now, the truth is, many people are saying horrible, horrible things on many different message boards throughout the internet. The very racist comments, very racist remarks, saying very nasty things that it's unfortunate that people still feel that strongly about that kind of a thing, that they feel okay about typing it on the internet. I am not happy about the casting simply because, to me, it's not Perry White. Perry White has always been a gruff, kind of fatherly but aggressive go-getter who was a white guy with gray in his hair and maybe a little overweight. He shouted things like, "Great Caesar's ghost!" Although I'd be okay if they didn't have that in the movie, because sometimes it's a little over the top. "Great shades of Elvis!" I was okay with that on the Lois and Clark series, because it updated the character, but it was in such a way that still held true to the roots of the said character. I actually was hoping for John Goodman to be cast. I haven't seen enough of him. I think he's got great, powerful presence, and I think he'd be a great Perry White. Lawrence Fishburne is a fine actor, and I'm sure he will do a fine job. It's just not the version of Perry White I had been hoping to see, and I think maybe some of the more reasonable people on the internet feel the same way. You'll always have jerks who spout off racist comments and say racist things, and I think that that's unfortunate, especially people who are talking about a Superman movie and using that kind of dialogue. But I am disappointed with this casting. It's the first casting that I've heard on the movie that I'm not that happy about. I was really hoping for a more comic book, visually pleasing film. In other words, that it looked more like all these characters than I have seen in quite some time. I thought Lane Smith on Lois and Clark was one of the closer adhered to looks. He was Southern, and he did have that Great Shades of Elvis thing that some people weren't happy about, but I thought he really embodied the character. And Lawrence could do a fine job embodying the idea of Perry. He just doesn't look to me like I would want Perry to look. Now, as we all know, Kingpin was cast with an African-American in Michael Clark Duncan back in the Daredevil movie, and more recently in the Marvel movies, Samuel L. Jackson is Nick Fury. Neither of those casting choices was I particularly happy about either, and for Sam, it seems to me that he's not really Nick Fury, but he's Sam. He's like, shut your mouth. He's kind of playing it in a Shaft kind of way, and hopefully Lawrence Fishburne won't do that kind of thing, be over the top, and I think Samuel L. Jackson is over the top that way in a lot of his roles. But we'll see in the summer of 2013. Remember, whatever casting announcements come down the pike, be nice to each other, and always look up in the sky.